Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ears and Tails podcast. As usual, I'm Lily. This is Lemmy. And tonight, we are joined by a good friend of mine and a fellow content creator, Two-Face. Two-Face, you mind saying
Hello.
hello, giving a little introduction to who you are and what you do?
I'm Two-Face. I do YouTube. I used to do Twitch. I don't do Twitch anymore. But I do mostly Zapekiss content, and I'm trying to do some other content pretty soonish. We'll see how that goes, I guess.
Okay. If you had to
Sounds
pick
fun.
one,
Sounds fun.
if you had to pick one thing you would say gave you that push, that drive to make content, what would it be?
Ooh, I've actually been doing content for about 9-ish years at this point. It's been a long time. I'm just a huge tech nerd and always have been like a tech nerd. Um, I think that realistically, I saw how much I was spending on on a PC I was building at one point, and I was like, "Wow, I should really use this computer and try to actually get my money's worth out of it." And I was like, you know what, I might as well just try
Oh
streaming
my
every now and then.
god.
Me and a buddy used to stream Rocket League. And we used to stream this thing we called Drunk League back in the day, which is every time we were scored on,
Oh
we'd take
my.
a shot.
Oh,
And
no.
Oh
that was
no,
how
that sounds
that was
terrible.
how content started for me. Was a very drunk Two-Face live on stream playing Rocket League.
Oh
Oh,
my
no,
god.
that sounds like an experience. So you
It was
mentioned you
definitely an
Question
experience.
is, yeah. Question is, were you drunk on YouTube at the time? I'm gonna get, or was it on Twitch?
It was on Twitch at the time. It was actually right. It was probably like a few months before. Do you guys remember back in the day when Twitch banned consuming alcohol on the platform?
No, I think that was before I joined.
It was like right. So
Yeah,
Twitch went
probably.
through this thing where they banned alcohol on the platform. It was like 3 or 4 months before that happened was when I was streaming these, and then they banned alcohol consumption on the platform, and it's fine again now. But like for a period of time, it wasn't okay to do anything like that on the platform.
Yeah, I know now they have warnings and tags
That
for it. If you're going to be drinking on stream, you need to flag your stream as such. You stated earlier, you have moved over to mostly Zapekiss content. For the people who don't know what that is, would you like to explain what that game is? Just a little bit? Just basic explanation.
Zapekist is a racing game where your vehicle does not have an engine, so it's mostly gravity based. There are boosters and fans that can speed you up, but everything else is gravity based, and it's basically a game where you can either make a map for people to play or play typically in an online lobby or in an adventure mode and race to have the best time.
And now, from being a friend with you
yeah, I
for a
think
little
that
bit,
sums it up well.
I know you used to face cam stream and you've moved over more towards PNG tubing. You enjoy that more?
Um, I think with I think with the face cam stream personally, it was nice because I was such a small streamer at the time that like I didn't mind people like knowing who I was and what I looked like, but since I've picked up like a little bit of traction, it's kind of nice being able to like not worry about like running into people and then like instantly knowing who I am. Interestingly enough, I was actually recognized in public just by my voice one time. And
Oh
and
my
I'm
god.
still I'm like not a big channel. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm relatively like I'm decent. I'm a decent sized channel, but like definitely not like large by any means. So it was very interesting to be recognized in public. I think it more has to do with like who I work with than my own channel, but it was
Fair
a
enough.
thing.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
know
to
how
answer
I'd
your
react
question
if
though,
that
it's just
happened to
more of
me.
like a it's just more of a comfort thing these days. It's less of a extra thing to have to worry about when setting up streams and stuff like that. Just easier.
It gives you that
Yeah,
little bit of a
privacy
sense
reasons.
of
I'm gonna guess.
anonymity too, like you were saying. People don't know what you look like behind the character.
Right, right, right.
Anything you'd like to ask?
So you said you nowadays stream most on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
and you'd say you streamed on Twitch too. And did you notice like any difference between streaming on the two platforms?
YouTube is a little bit more cumbersome, and the things that you can do on YouTube are like more restricted because the YouTube API isn't as like vast as the Twitch API. So you can't like plug into it in the ways that you would with Twitch. But I do notice switching to YouTube has a few benefits that just seem to align with how I like to work a little bit better. It gives me like the analytics so that I can see like what my audience actually enjoys versus like what they don't enjoy, and it can help like push my content in a way that like I'm like, oh well, this worked for me last time, let's see if it works for me again this time kind of mentality. Whereas Twitch doesn't really have that kind of growth. I understand that does pertain a little bit more to like a video type content creation rhythm, but also I find that there's a lot less like spam on YouTube. Like there's a lot less like bots and stuff that I have to worry about. Like, you know, when you're just sitting there innocently streaming on Twitch, and then all of a sudden like obviously like bot made name comes into chat and it's like, buy viewers from this website. I don't have to deal with that at all. And boy, is that just a nice quality of life
Yeah, no,
improvement, to
that
be completely
stinks.
honest.
5 viewers here. How about no?
Yeah, it's so annoying to have to deal with
How
those
about I
bots,
get my viewers myself?
right?
So with YouTube, I know you do a mix of streaming and standalone content. What do you feel works better for you on YouTube? Does the streaming do better, or do you think your standalone videos do better?
I
Or is it a
definitely
mix of
think
the
that the
both?
standalone videos I definitely think the standalone videos do better. I'm experimenting with shorts right now as well, and it's been actually like fun and kind of more lighthearted than either of the other two things. Like just like more casual and easier to kind of like bulk do things, if you know what I mean. Like do a bunch of editing and then upload literally everything to YouTube and then just choose when I want to release them,
Yeah.
which has been nice because I can just do it from my phone at that point. Doing that with videos can be a little bit harder just because the editing process is obviously a little bit longer. Um, I definitely think that the edge goes to the videos. I get the most viewership and interaction on my videos, but I really do like streaming because it allows me to interact with my community in ways that videos don't allow. Because just having a content section isn't as connective with my audience as streaming and being able to talk to them.
You don't get that back and forth with an audience you do when you're streaming with just standalone video content. I get that.
Right, and even like having a Discord isn't quite that either, because it just feels like it's almost just a secondary comment section, just having a Discord.
No, I
Yeah, that's
understand
where
that.
I can get that.
Would you come back to Twitch, you think? Or are you solely all your eggs are in the YouTube basket?
I think that currently all of my eggs are in the YouTube basket. Realistically, the only reason my eggs are in the YouTube basket is because I did ask. I held like you know, those little YouTube polls that you can have. I asked if people would uh I asked if I was streaming, if people here would prefer that I streamed on Twitch or YouTube. And I mean, clearly they're all already on YouTube, so a majority of my viewership's at YouTube. And I might multi-stream at some point, but I think it would take a bit of a change in many things that I would like to probably not get into about my views on Twitch and the way they run their company.
Fair enough. No, absolutely fair. Totally understand. Okay. As we're starting to wind down this, is there any advice you would give someone new coming into the content scene? Just general advice, any age you can give someone.
Oh boy, do I. If you really would like to grow your channel or whatever content you do, it doesn't matter what kind of content, I would say that network like and you'll watch YouTube videos that will tell you this, but like networking, always networking. Make as many friends as possible. Go talk to people, ask if you can collab with people. And just because you're doing it for content doesn't mean they're not really your friends, right? Like Lily and I just hang out all the time now. Like we don't, we're not we don't hang out for content exclusive reasons, but we're both content creators and we still hang out and like support each other, you know what I mean? So I think it's really just about like making friends, building bridges, and like that's what content is, right? Hopefully you're gaining a connection with your audience. So gaining a connection with people who also know your audiences is probably the best way to grow, in my opinion.
Yeah. Reiterating a little bit on that, networking, socials, everything like that, trying to reach out to other creators is a fantastic way to grow. I wouldn't be where I am as a creator without people like Two-Face, without people like Ronan. So definitely agree networking is a thing. Anything you'd like to add, Lim?
Is there any not content related advice, but just general advice you'd want to give our audience?
Be kind to people. You never know who people are out there. You never know who's watching or who's listening. Just in general, be kind. It pays to be kind. If you're going to not be kind, probably just don't say anything. Just be kind. Being kind to people is good.
We have experience with people who have not been kind. So yes, be kind. Hey. Before we wrap up, is there anything you'd like to add in, Two-Face? Anything you'd like to ask us?
What is your favorite food, each of you?
Oh no!
Oh no. The food question.
I believe in you.
It depends on my mood, but can't go wrong with a veggie pizza.
Current
in my
mood.
opinion. Veggie pizza.
Veggie pizza. Got it.
And I'm gonna go the lazy answer and say that most of the time it's instant noodles.
Noodles.
Because I'm lazy.
Instant noodles are a good comfort food. I can't eat
I'm a
them too
burgers guy
often.
myself.
Type of burger.
Burger.
Like what type of burger?
Like we'll say a smash burger.
Not my
Classic
go-to.
smash burger.
I've got strong opinions on burgers.
never
but
had
there's
one.
not time for that. I've got very strong opinions on burgers.
Recording an interview with Two-Face gone wrong. Booney gives opinion on burger.
Controversial burger opinions.
Now I've already done that on stream. I don't need to do that here.
I think the most important question is pickles on or off of the burger.
On.
Agree.
If you don't have pickles on your
Agree.
burger, you're doing it wrong.
Agree. I've heard people disagree with me there, and that's really the only important question in my opinion. Do you like pickles on your burger, or do you eat your pickle on the side?
Usually I don't. Usually when I get a burger, I don't do pickles on the burger. I'm doing mushroom Swiss, but if I'm getting a burger with pickles on
Ooh.
it, pickles on the burger.
Mushrooms on burgers are goated.
Mushrooms and sauteed onions are probably the best two
Fine.
toppings on burgers, in my opinion.
That's a good opinion to have.
All right, everyone. Before we get derailed too much further, I'm Lily. This is Lemmy.
Gauge kicks in.
We're joined by Two-Face. Please go check him out. Two-Face. I'll post them down below in the video description, but are there any links people can find you at? Like social, stuff like that?
I don't have too many socials. I just have my Discord and my YouTube, so you guys can find me there, and that's really all I got.
All right. Like I said, I'll have Two-Face's links as well as mine and Lemmy's own down in the video description below.
Yep.
Make sure to check everyone out. Y'all have a fantastic day. Take care of yourselves. It's a crazy world out there. This has been episode 3 of the Ears and Tail Podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.